I think the game has grown exponentially. It's on a much stronger footing. It's much more normalised now for girls to play. You know, when I started playing, it was kind of unusual for girls to play, and that was reflected in the fact that there were so few girls' clubs, and most of us played with boys really till we got to teenage years, and then it became more difficult. But the fact that there is an infrastructure and a pathway for girls now is really pleasing. And whilst we've made great progress, I think we should always remember there's still a long way to go, because there isn't, an equal playing field at the moment, a level playing field. There isn't equality. You know, you've only got to look at the sort of professionalisation of the boys and men's game compared to the girls and women's game. So whilst we've made great strides, we've still got to campaign harder to make sure that girls have the same opportunities as boys in the future. Oh, massively, because Cardiff City Ladies has always been a club that's really proud of its status as a Welsh club playing in an English pyramid. And, you know, often the odds are against you when you're in that system. But if anything, it's galvanised the club. So I think the people who run it, Karen and Michelle and Kath Kavanagh, or everyone in the structure, James Fishlock now as first team coach, they're all aware of that identity, and they utilise it really to drive the girls and the team forward, and I think that's really pleasing. But you know, if you look at the number of internationals who have come through this club, I mean, you know, obviously in my era there's all of us, but more importantly now there's a whole generation of girls like Jess and Sophie and Gemma Evans, you know, and Kaylee Green, and all these girls who came through Cardiff City. And they all acknowledge that they wouldn't be the players they are if it hadn't been for this club. So I think that's a great testament to the strength and durability of the club, and also the attitude towards becoming the best you possibly can. And we should never forget that you can only ever be the best player that you're able to be. And the fact that we've got, you know, world beaters like Sophie and Jess is brilliant. But the fact that there's so many girls who come through the club and are still playing, like myself, vets football, you know, when we get older, and that shows how much we all love the game, really. Oh, massively. You know, the club was my opportunity really to get better as a footballer when I left university and came back to Wales. And it gave me a route to playing for my country, and obviously captain in my country, and I'll always be extremely grateful for that, because, you know, playing for Wales is the best thing you can ever do in your career, really, professionally. So I'm extremely grateful for the sort of support and backing I had from the club to do that. But equally, you know, I'm grateful for the friendships that I've made. You know, I'm still really good friends with a lot of the girls that I played with at the time. And we still play vets football, and it's great to have that kind of culture of enjoying the game, because ultimately football is about friendship and fun, you know, and as you get older and you can't play at such a high competitive level, it's still great to keep active and, you know, do the things that mean a lot to you as a player.